Previously on Azeroth Choppers.
I got a call from the guys at Blizzard. They're interested in a project for World of Warcraft.
One bike, Alliance. One bike, Horde. And then we would let our community decide which one has the most chops.
This is the Alliance platform.
I think it's beautiful, man.
Both teams came back loving the direction of both their projects.
He put friggin' tank treads on it, so this guy's on the ball already.
We've got good news and we've got bad news.
I said, oh, no, there's bad news.
The bad news is,
We are confident in you guys' ability to get this thing on.
Both teams came back loving the direction of both their projects, which was great. And then I said, oh, no, there's bad news.
the bad news is, we need both bikes in 5 weeks.
5 weeks
5 weeks.
For both bikes.
for both projects. I had said yes to a 10-week project, and this was really kind of dropping a bomb on the direction I was thinking about.
With the glory of the Alliance and the power of the Horde guiding your spirit, you will rise.
We'll get it done. I really want to do this. I think it is perfect fit for us. Now it's time to ramp up. The interesting thing is I'm gonna have to bring in some new guys, and I don't know how they're gonna hold up. Gather in, fellas. I'm just gonna get right into it. So we're gonna separate you guys into teams. It's gonna be Horde and Alliance. We're gonna start with Team Alliance. I'll start with Brendan, Peter, and Joe. And then for Team Horde, we're gonna start with Cody, and then Mel. Finish up with Dan. Last but not least.
Guess I belong over here, huh?
Yeah, get over there.
I have to give my undivided attention to both projects at the same time. The only thing that went a little different than I had expected, we have 5 weeks to do both projects. It was ambitious before, now we're, bordering on near impossible. We got half the timeline we thought we did. I know we could pull it off. We just got to go to town, put our nose down, and get the fab done. So with that said, Team Alliance, come with me. T-Horde, I'll see you in a few minutes. This is her. There's a lot of pride on the line here. The fan base is going to go ahead and vote for either Team Horde or Team Alliance. Whichever vehicle that they pick is going to go in World of Warcraft. So there's some heavy bragging rights there.
Our bike will definitely win and be in this game.
Even though I have the creative direction, I need to infuse it into my guys because they're going to be executing the work. The overall feel for this project is an armored feel. The armor is going to be smooth, kind of overriding. We have to create a front end. I want it to look ultra aggressive, like it can cut through something. The important things with them is there's like a silvery armor feel. Blue is the color, obviously, because you're wearing it. What's really tough for you guys is that we're gonna have to work with aluminum and really make that the end look. But that's how we're gonna get that armory feel. That is gonna help us tremendously in competing with the Horde guys. This is gonna be a little bit more of a challenge. I'm gonna go talk to Team Horde, and then I'll be back.
All right, better get started.
My name is Brendan, team leader for the Alliance team. Worked with Paul Jr. for about 3 years now. I'm a key fabricator, doing sheet metal and all types of fabrication throughout the bike build. It should be pretty interesting working with my brother Joe. Joe's one of the key members for welding and a lot of the engineering part of it. And Peter. Pete don't have a specialty. Peter is gonna be key of cleaning up after me because I'm a mess and just helping out where we need.
It's all gonna be on Pete's shoulders.
No?
Team effort, Brendan.
Okay.
Team effort.
All right, perfect.
My initial reaction was pretty radical. I've never seen anything like that before. It's definitely gonna be a challenge. Basically gonna help the guys wherever they need me.
Got to get their gears spinning because the process in which you use is gonna be critical to making this deadline. Gentlemen, what do you think?
Pretty wild.
The idea that we could create something that gamers could actually use as a vehicle.
That's awesome.
It is so awesome that the fans of this game are gonna vote. I can't wait to see this bike in the game. Team Horde is gonna rock this all the way.
Everything on this is gonna be very spiky, edgy, skulls, kind of the opposite of Alliance, which has more of a polished feel. The Horde just has these nasty shoulder pads, and I really think that would be a great rear fenders for the trike itself. We're gonna build a front end, we gotta build a center for the wheel, but we're gonna use horns, like tusks. So the front end should come out, and the tusks I would like to actually come out just a little past the front wheel so it look like it can, like, you know,
Hurt
gore
somebody.
you to death, okay? You know, it's 2 weeks for fab, 2 weeks for paint, and a week of assembly. That's what we have.
2 weeks.
Right, I hope you guys got your game faces on, man. Talk about super aggressive, huh? I mean, this stuff is no joke.
My name's Cody. I've been working on and off with Paul for probably 10 or 11 years. I do basically everything from fabrication to assembly to inventory, so you name it, I do it here. My teammates Mel and Dan, they're also pretty local guys.
This is a new realm for me since I don't normally build such elaborate or crazy type art, so I'm kind of in the dark.
We got a solid platform, you know, let's just
This guy's cool.
make it happen.
Now we have 5 weeks. It went from being hard to nearly impossible. You know, it just puts that much more pressure on us.
It looks like you. Yeah, thanks, buddy. That's gonna look what I'm gonna look like by the end of this 2 weeks, I can tell you that.
What are you doing down here? It's a team. And you're not part of it. Beat it. Get out of here, red team.
Intruder.
What the? Light that thing on fire.
Draw a mustache on it.
I think the other team's a little afraid, and I think they should be.
Both teams love the platforms, but they were both really nervous about the timeline. You know, it's just what it is. Now it's time we get to work.
I'd like to start fitting a hub up to this.
First thing with fabrications, we're probably gonna jump right on the front end and at least get a base so these guys can start wrapping sheet metal in it.
If we can get this connected to this today and get the tank done, we'll be rocking and rolling. After that, I'm hoping to jump in on the front end that we're gonna do, which is tusk themed. I have a lot of experience in woodworking, which is gonna come in to play. How far out in front of the wheel do we wanna go, and do we want it to splay out a little bit so they come out and they curve? The timeline, it's legitimately a bit ridiculous. We're gonna be scrambling and perhaps not make it.
Where we're going to start on this bike is it's going to be the gas tank, because that's going to be the way the whole look of the bike's going to go. This is a long gas tank, Pete.
Oh, yeah. It's gotta be.
We can give it a little flex and let the points come up a little bit so it feels articulating. We're not worried about any of the functional things a gas tank needs. It's more a cover for a gas tank, so to speak, right?
Yeah.
Feeling it at all? I don't know.
Not really, huh?
Not yet. After working today, this timeline is looking a little less likely that it's gonna happen.
So we don't want to miss the deadline, so we got to still build a whole front end.
Lock it in, then pull this back off and weld them there.
It's a lot of work.
Well, I don't know how else to do it.
Hey, just chill.
Things that we could do with some more time.
Timeline pressure is huge. Nothing is normal. Everything's custom. Even at 10 weeks, it's going to be difficult to pull it off. So being at 5 weeks, it's almost impossible. I don't know how we're going to do it, personally.
Really?
With a 5-week deadline, we had 10. It's going to be tough. I'm not too sure if this is going to work.
On the next Azeroth choppers.
There's still so much stuff that needs to get done.
You threw his flux out?
Pete kind of screwed me.
We've been struggling a little bit. We get it fixed or we just want to talk about it? I'm definitely feeling the pressure.
All my work and my time, just down the drain.
At this point, a deadline looks more unrealistic than yesterday.